Okay, to correct what I was saying, what I'm thinking. You see, one number represents man, so 6 represents man, right? 6 again would represent man again. 6 again would represent man again. So 666. Now, a male and a female bumping the uglies, ow, having a good time, and they give birth, that can create another 6. So that's right. Life has come out of 6, 6, and 6. Life comes out of that. Hear me out, hear me out. Hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. Everything was about trade of alchemy and divinity on the borders, on the waters, on the lights, on the flesh and the spirit. Flesh and spirit, man and woman. That's revelation, right? Are we on the same page? I messed it up earlier. I messed it up a little bit earlier. I'm backing up. I'm seeing what I'm seeing as I'm seeing it to see as I'm seeing it. So when you read it and it says it's the number and the measurement of a man and everything that has happened, the trade and everything else. There are 4 riders throughout it, and they're riding around. They can cause war, hunger, famine, pestilence. Us being born, he tells us to not be like that coming in the world. So everyone has a beginning and an ending. So praise your mother, praise your father, respect your children. Children, respect your parents. Parents, love your children. So that is the message. Now, when you look at the 7 lamps and the 7 lights, there's already 7 continents. So every language has already come across the Spirit of God, even during the trades. So at the end, don't worry about who's on top, who's on bottom, who's first, who's last. Know what already is to know what already is. Right? So now when they took 6 stones, look, you can look at 6 a whole bunch of different ways. And this is what I meant to say earlier. If I take a portion of 6 pebbles on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A portion of 6 pebbles right here in the center, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 and 6 is 12. Hear me out, hear me out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 of this 6 portion right here, that's 18. So say 1 represents a man, 1 represents a woman, 1 represents child. The appropriate age of everything is 18 and up. And that's how we get that. That's how I believe we get that. Because they're trading the oldest business is stock and purse, but they don't want war, they don't want prostitution, so they want business and trade of what we know how to do, what we prosper and invest in others, like athletes, good mechanics, good intelligence, they're scientists, whatever it is. You're good with your hands, you're good with your eye, you're a mechanic or a carpenter. You're good with drawing and painting. You might be a painter, an artist, a graphic designer, a draftsman. Who knows? You're good with thinking. You're an intellectual. You see, you read. You're good with literacy and rhythm. Maybe you'll be a teacher or a musician. What I'm saying is our inheritance and our talents come from us and God. Our gene pool and what was before us, the lines we come from, and all that is God with the energies that was before man and woman to begin with and the earth. So the eternal magnets and poles that existed, like the lights that created light, of the energy that is the light, and the force and balance that is the waters above and below all work together to give you life, or else we wouldn't have oxygen. Now, those that are playing the table of trade of alchemy and divinity, they played me across the periodic table, like, well, here's the new gold. I will AG them again. And they used everything around me to make the new gold, but I already was of the trade, born on September 6th. So that's a 9 and a 6, but yet they have flipped around with 6 and 9. My mom dies at 6 and 9. So they played games with 6 and 9 throughout my whole life. Ironically, I'm in the building where my sister was born on the same day I didn't get my cake for my second birthday because she was born. It's symbolic to how my life has gone throughout the whole thing, but I take peace with it and pray for my siblings and my wife and all that around me because everyone was in a religious pool of the game. But I'm already allergic to alcohol, so I was already made holy by God already separating that from my system, meaning that the mother may indulge and not see, but it's those around her using her for the elements of serving the nation. And then on the father's side, it may be he couldn't use it already, but they was using for him for something else, for mean of religion and trade, and also serving the nation. He was a plumber, the plumb line. So while they had put them again the Roman Catholicism to be the corporate religion in the U.S. of corporatization, we're dealing with both England and China, and that's part of trade aspect of attribute of grammar and language, humanity and communication, and more than just speaking, but the way we see, receive intellectually, are able to speak and understand, to comprehend each other and communicate with one another. So all that is the means of religion, art, and science, and history. Do you know if you break the word history into the sound, it's his story? So every man has a lifeline and a history and a story. Every single one. Now, the religious trade that you did in America, along lines of entertainment and the trade that was already happening, you used the number 36 for that person. And you made that person a religion. For whatever reason it was. Well, the drink, you got something else on the tables now. And time has changed. And he can't have it. But she's indulging in it. I don't know if she can have it. But the mother tried to indulge in it, and she couldn't indulge in it well, and probably shouldn't have. So there's a fine line of knowing who can and who can't. And what we're learning, well, one thing's on the table, and time is changing. Because that's where we really are with today and time. Now, I don't know what the universities were doing. I don't know what they were teaching. And I don't know what the banks wanted to do one thing with a tax to another thing with a tax, offsiding to what an LLC is or what an LLC can be. Now, me, it's, I had a sole proprietorship of just trying to put out art and music under just my name and my social. Things became weird, and I had a Reverb Nation and a DistroKid, and things became weird. I went on and other things. Now I'm just writing, as if I'm trying to write a comic and a book, until my ideas in between the two comic companies and being a thing that people can run to in between as I continue to write. But I've had people that want to run one table to run it this side, messing with me on either side of the tables or families. So I had the chess board, looking black and white, playing chess when checkers is simpler. Checkers is red and black. Now, not to deal with color, but all the pieces, whether chess or checkers, could be played on the same board, either color. red or black, white or black, or any other color if the same spaces are in there. And the Arayi, we made them green and yellow. So, so I symbolically do things to symbolically do things. And there's cards also that are black and red. Symbolically to do things, you'll see them in the paintings. Symbolically, why he has thought everything, to think everything out. The way he thinks, why he thinks, the way he thinks as he sees what he sees, when he sees what he sees, as he's thinking the way he's thinking. So not to screw up the 3-6 information that I had, but yeah, I didn't mean to mess it up. But 6 is the representation of man. And now, the triangle this way is man in the Judaism and what they were calling like Orthodox Judaism or Judaism of symbolism. So the triangle represents man. The one this way represents woman. You put that together, that's supposed to be the Star of David. And that's marriage. Boom, 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 boom. Now, you got the lights on each side that represent, I think, new life and light that let's see, Hanukkah is represented that way with lights. And I know, and when we send somebody off in a certain religion or a certain view of culture, white is worn and we send things down and light candles down the path of water and send things off as we feel that is symbolic to the journey that one takes. So there are different ways of doing the things in culture, and upon culture and trade, we understand and learn at the same time what we are learning at the same time, how they relate to God, man, and woman. And remember, they're equal. In the sense of a weaker spirit could be tempted easier, I don't mean to say lesser than a woman. I mean a weaker spirit for all of us, because when you see a woman, the beauty of a woman is so, wow. And that's everybody. Everybody can see that with their artistic eye and their masculine and feminine self within themselves, that a woman is, and we all see that. So I think that's what it meant, that it's a weaker vessel in the sense that we all give in to the softness of nature and how beautiful and subtle a woman is. But yet a man is to be the breadwinner, the guy who goes out and, has to think or hunt or gather or mix or work or labor. But the woman is nurturing to the child and the child's spirit. So the man is like a father figure and a provider and a protector. And the mother is like the life giver and the nurturer and the comforter. And that's why I believe man and woman were put together, 6 and 6. And then they produce another 6. So be careful when you judge numbers. It may just be life. Genesis and Revelation. And I'm Maker So, aka Norman Judah, signing off.